Come right this way, folks. Let's go. Right this way. There's a lot of background noise there. I was gonna start the video there, but we're gonna start in here. Alright, we're currently in my brother's setup right here. I am currently at my home away from home. I'm not at my setup. I don't have my stuff. But I'm gonna be making a video here. So quick story, when the Finalmouse Starlight, what is it, Phantom?
Yeah.
The Finalmouse Starlight Phantom 12 Starlight Phantom came out. We both tried to get it and I failed because I couldn't put a square around an airplane to verify that I wasn't a robot. So he was lucky to actually get his Finalmouse in time for my visit. So we're gonna go ahead and have a seat and talk about this little mouse that a lot of people can't get their hands on. Alright, so we're gonna talk about the Finalmouse Starlight 12. Unfortunately, like I said before, I wasn't able to get my own one of these, but due to a strategically planned vacation, I'm able to hold this in my hand and talk to you guys about it. So here it is. I already had the Finalmouse Air 58, Ninja Air 58, and the current one I'm using back home is the Ultralight 2. So this is not really something spectacularly new to me. It is still impressive that they have gotten this down to a science at this point. This is a mouse made from magnesium alloy. It's completely wireless. It has an extremely long battery life, and it weighs only 47 grams. I think the Ultralight 2 actually weighs 47 grams. So for this to be just a tad bit bigger, because this one's closer to the Air 58 size, if not the same exact size, but they've got it down to the weight of the Ultralight 2, which is much smaller. And I don't know if it's exactly the same as the Air 58. I think it might be. The color, the uniform to color might make it seem less of a hump is up here, because when I use the Air 58, I feel like there's a huge hump right here. But this one, I've used it for a bit. It's extremely comfortable, super free. I think I've never actually owned or used a wireless mouse, so this is like the first time. The Ultralight 2 is already so light that even with a wire, you kind of feel that freedom, but this one just takes that to a whole other level. I don't know if the price is worth it for me to go from that to this, but I wanted to get my hands on this mouse for content purposes. How much is this mouse, Jay?
$197.
This mouse is $197. That's a weird price. $189. The mouse costs $189. I'm only talking about $180, $197.
$197 plus tax, fees.
So for $190, that's the retail price for this mouse. And if you guys know anything about Finalmouse, is that they do a one-time release, they drop it on their website. There's a bunch of bots that buy it out, and then it's impossible to get. And then you have to buy it from eBay or something, kind of like how I did for my Air 58 and my Ultralight 2, except my Ultralight 2 I actually paid under retail for some reason. Paid like 70 or 80 bucks for it, and it went for 120. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if it's worth the price for me, but if I ever did get, oh my. Alright, so let's get into the nitty-gritty portions of this mouse here. So for starters, like I said, the size is pretty much the size of the Air 58. The weight is 47 grams. Get a closer look at the design here. I will have B-roll for this as well to go over this. It looks really nice. My opinion, this one looks way better than the one that dropped last year, the Mouse of the Gods. Here's the packaging. Packaging is super simple. You get the mouse up top, and then underneath the mouse, you have the puck. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's a puck, and that's what gives you your wireless signal. It's a wireless receiver. You plug it into your computer via USB. Unfortunately, this thing is USB, micro USB rather than USB-C, which kind of feels like a setback, or like it could have been USB-C, more modern, but I mean, they went with micro USB. And on the front of the mouse as well, it's micro USB instead of USB-C, but it doesn't really affect anything. Just, you know, the micro USB cords are usually more prone to damage, like they're more likely to be damaged, and USB-C is like a reversible cord. You put it either way, it's more durable. You got your mouse and you got your puck. You just plug the puck into the USB on your computer, and then the wireless signal works on its own. You should just be able to start using the mouse. And on all the Finalmouse that I've had, the settings are the same. Your DPI button is in the middle here. You get 4 options. You get 400, 800, 1200 and 1600. Those are your DPI options. You could download third-party software, but Finalmouse themselves don't have their own specific DPI software. This is a super fragile mouse. Just me holding it like this, I could feel some creaking on the bottom. But I mean, you shouldn't be pushing in a mouse that you know is pretty fragile. But I think that's why they also use magnesium, because it's more flexible than plastic. Connecting it is super simple. You should be just able to plug and play right away. And other than that, I don't really have much else to say. The design is super nice. It's super light. If you manage to find one of these on their next drop, then you're really lucky, because they're super hard to come by. Or if you find the retail price or close to retail price on somewhere like StockX or eBay, then it's also worth it. But for me, I don't feel like these mice are worth it until I use another mouse that isn't a Finalmouse. Like when I go from all the Finalmouse that I've used to just like a regular Razer mouse or a Logitech, that's when I feel a huge difference. But jumping between the 3 Finalmouse that I've had my hands on, like the Air 58 to the Ultralight 2 to even this one, they all feel like part of the same family. They all feel comfortable to use in their own way. So I just feel like once you get used to this high-end experience, you don't want to go back to anything else. So yeah, hopefully they continue doing more and more drops of this mouse. This was the second drop. We had the Mouse of the Gods, we had the Starlight Phantom, we had the Starlight Pegasus, which was in person only if you went to FinalCon. And it seems like they're ramping up production and are able to release these more often. Obviously, we're not at a full scale production yet. At least they're coming out more often than they were previously. And even with all the shortages and everything, they were still able to drop some of these. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and show a clip of this mouse being used on a game. Waukesha. I don't even hear the game. What the? Actually, I'm gonna do a click test. I hope this is gonna stop the video if I click the left click.
Click on the left monitor, probably. I don't know.
This one. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of a click test, and then that's gonna be the end of the video. There's your. Hopefully, it picks it up right here. That's your left click. You got your scroll wheel. DPI, side buttons, Air 58 Perfected Edition. That's what this feels like. Wireless, tactile clicks, super light, lighter than the Air 58, and it just feels more refined. Hopefully that gameplay gave you a bit of an idea of what it's like to use this mouse wirelessly. There's a lot of freedom and it feels amazing. But yeah, even if you can't get this wireless mouse, there's other options out there that you can get your hands on, like the Model O, the G Pro wireless. There's other options. It's just this one's like the ultimate wireless and lightweight experience. That was a little bit of that, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for watching.